Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity, November 80330 Foxtrot, a Cessna flight training device that I built here at home. Our aircraft is at the Atlantic FBO on the south side of Los Angeles. I'm going to go for our I-6 rating on the Pilot Edge network. Captain Stan, hello, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I am a bit nervous going on this one, but I feel confident enough that we'll do all right. It's essentially taking everything that we've learned and we've discovered, between our I-1 and our 5 thus far, and kind of rolling it all together. We're flying a full approach on our own into John Wayne. I'm gonna assume it's the ILS 20, right? But I don't know. Won't know till we get there. Things could be changing. For all I know, they could be, departing east out of Los Angeles today, which is a very rare occurrence as it is. So, route-wise, we know it's going to be a TEC route. Almost everything in LA I'm discovering is a TEC route. So let's head right on over to our FAA TEC route advisor, and we'll just go ahead and re-verify the route that we looked up earlier. And I just keep that as a bookmark on the home page of my tablet here. So we eliminate the K, and we're just going from LAX, and we're going to Sierra November Alpha. And there are 4 current TEC routes. We are a type Quebec, so it looks like it's still the SLI-8 SLI departure. And our altitude's going to be 4,000 feet. See, that route's still current. That's what we looked that up earlier. We've been kind of studying that for the last few days, actually. So that's what we're going to file. And our string's just going to be the SLI-8 SLI. The other thing I took away is that once we are over the SLI vortex and we're handed off to the next approach, we'll go ahead and request the ILS approach at John Wayne. And I'm probably just going to pick 20, right? That's probably what it's going to be. Let's check that here real quick. $220, so I don't foresee any reason why 20, right? Best wind, why we wouldn't be able to fly the full ILS approach 20, right? And from where we're coming from, we're going to kind of do a reverse turn, almost like a teardrop. We're going to fly out from the what was the name of that fix down there? Let's see. If we get the ILS 20 right, which I am assuming we will, Sager. We're going to play outbound from Sager for about a minute or so, and then make kind of a left teardrop turn back in to re-intercept the ILS. And as long as we don't go below our minimum descent altitudes, we should be alright. And the lightning bolt is the minimum altitude needed to capture the glide slope. I believe that's what that is. Alright, so I imagine we'll be told to report Sager back inbound. At least that's my understanding. Let's just see what happens. So we are at the Atlantic FBO. It's going to be a little bit of a walk to the aircraft. But let's just head on over there, get things started up. We'll talk about more things along the way. And I will see you over there shortly.
Glad you found the aircraft. Welcome aboard. Let's see. Let's put this airport diagram right here on our map so we have this at our disposal. We're at Los Angeles. It's a decent sized airport. I'm still not entirely familiar with it. But we are on a Pilot Edge network. Before we make any sort of actual radio calls, we are going to be doing a radio check. I always want to make sure that it's working before I attempt to contact ATC. So we'll do that after we get started up. So let's look at our weight and balance. Weight, balance, and fuel, you and I on board. Typical flight gear. We'll go ahead and get about 200 pounds per wing. It's about a 3/4 per wing in our Peterson Katmai. Okay, so we got our fuel, we got our weight and balance. Let's go ahead and apply those changes. So thanks for coming in and hanging out while I attempt this rating here. Weight and balance is done. Let's go ahead and get started up here. One 266.9er on the hobs. And tack time is 28.3. Passenger brief, please just keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight. That's really about it. We're going to be IFR from Los Angeles to John Wayne. Don't need to worry about any oxygen right now. Alternate static is off. We'll move right along to our start checklist. Seat track. Let's get scooted up here so we can reach the flight controls. Okay. Alright. Our autopilot is off. Our avionics are off. Cow flaps goes open. Circuit breakers are all in. Throttle's quarter. Mixture is full lean currently. Brakes are on. Clear prop. Looks clear on the left. And clear on the right. I don't see anybody up front. Okay. Mags, our master on. We'll get the beacon on. And now we'll get this mixture to full rich. Clear. And mags to start. Alright, do have engine rotation. Oil pressure's in the green. We're going to hang out here for our oil temperature to come up. Meanwhile, let's turn our landing line on for safety. Get our avionics on. Grab some information real quick. It is 133.8. We're gonna try that first. And clearance deliveries 120.35. South complex is gonna be us 121.75 for ground. Tower is most likely gonna be 120.905 if we get the left runway. Or I'm gonna write down the other one. Okay. They're gonna assign me a departure frequency, I'm sure. Alright, let's look at John Wayne real quick. ATIS 126.0 and ground 120.8. Tower we're gonna assume 126.8 for 20 rate and write the other one down just in case. 119.9. Okay, weather frequencies, ground frequencies, tower frequencies. We're gonna get a departure frequency from clearance. Alright, should be good. So we have our route. Let's go ahead and file a flight plan on the Pilot Edge network. We're going to be IFR. Put our aircraft identifier in there, November 8033 Foxtrot, type 182, slant golf. I'm just going to put 110 knots. It's a really close route. Departure location, LAX. Arrival, Sierra November Alpha. Altitude, it's going to be 4,000 feet. We're going to put an alternate in there. We're going to put SLI 8. Not going to be using custom weather. We are going to be on a Pilot Edge rating flight. Run the I-6 rating. Let's verify that route just real quick. SLI 8 and then SLI. That's what we have here. Okay. That's all filled out. Let's go ahead and connect to the network. Next, let's double check our preferences. Alright, all that looks good. Type 182, okay, and connect.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
sound options here real quick. And I'm gonna do a radio test. 123.45. 123.45. Active, active. Radio test. Radio test. Alright, that sounds good. Radio test sounds good. So we should be able to go ahead and file this flight plan. So it's only going to be our second connection with X-Plane 12. But we did operate on the I-5. And it was a longer flight, so we should be fine. File a flight plan. Sorry, it's one error. Aircraft identification must be only... Oh. Somehow a space got after that. Alright, all that looks good. My flight plan is filed. Alright, it's too late to turn back now. What's our FPS? 24? Alright, we should be fine. I'm gonna tee up for if there's a game going on. Sporting event. Cowboys at the Rams. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our transponder on. Let's finish this checklist here real quick. Our oil temperature has come up. Seatbelts, will get that in a minute. Avionics, it's on. Let's get some weather information. 133.8.
Liddy 10. Few clouds at 1,000. Few clouds at 10,000. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29 or 8. Arriving runways 24 right, 25 left. Departing runways 24 left, 25 right. ILS runway 24 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango.
Tango is current. Let's get all that again from the top.
Los Angeles International Airport. 8 is information Tango. 2153 Zulu. Wind 260 at 9er. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,000. Few clouds at 10,000. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29 or 8. Arriving runways 24 right, 25 left. Departing runways 24 left, 25 right. ALS runway 24 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment, hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango.
Tango. Field elevation is 128. I set altimeter to 128, and we're off just slightly from 908 at 001. We're going to run the field elevation altimeter settings because we're at field elevation. And we're at South Ramp Atlantic FBO. Request delivery 120.35.
Thank you for the pass, 526 Delta Mike.
And then I'm going to go ahead and get ground on standby 121.75.
John Wayne ground 14770, requesting taxi with information, Papa.
And then I'm going to take just a short break for some pre-takeoff pilot comfort, and I will
John
be
Wayne
right
ground,
back.
I'm located close to Bravo taxiway 770.
Parking brake is on.
770, runway 25 right
lean us
correction.
out
Runway
just a little
20
bit
right at Kilo,
while we're
taxi via
idling.
Bravo Kilo.
Runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo 770.
San Bernardino Tower, 542 Tango, holding short 24, ready to go.
Number 542 Tango Hotel, San Bernardino Tower, runway 24 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, 52 Tango Hotel.
Alright, I do apologize for that brief break there. I think I'm ready. Seatbelts on.
Number 542 Tango Hotel, contact departure.
That's good.
Departure 542 Tango Hotel.
Alright, are we ready? I think so. Worst that happens is we don't pass and we try it again.
John Wayne Tower, Mooney 74770, holding short, runway 20 right.
Number 74770, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
Say it again, more 770.
Number 74770, runway 20 right at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff 770.
Los Angeles clearance, November 8033 Foxtrot, request I-6 rating, I-Approach to John Wayne, 8 Tango.
Number 233 Foxtrot, LA clearance, cleared to John Wayne Airport. Seal Beach 8 departure, been as filed. Climb via SID, accept maintain 4000. Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 2466.
I-6 approved via the Seal Beach 8 departure, climb via SID, accept 4000. Departures 125.2, squawk 2466, 8033 Foxtrot.
Number 8033 Foxtrot, I needed to verify the clearance limit, cleared to John Wayne Airport.
Clear to John Wayne Airport, November 8033 Foxtrot.
33 Fox, read back correct.
Alright. 2466. Let's look at that departure. So we're almost gonna bet it's gonna be a well, definitely a 251 heading, because we know we're gonna be taking off to the west there. We just don't know what runway just yet.
Number 74770, radar contact departure.
Beach House, welcome, buddy.
Contact departure 770.
Hello. Everyone go give Beach House a follow. He's got an amazing Beach 1900 simulator. Definitely fun to watch. So welcome and thank you. Appreciate that, Ray. Okay. We had 2466 on the box. Alright, and ground was already on standby. We can switch that over. Our readback was correct after we, responded with we were clear to John Wayne. But everything else was correct. Our COBH departure, climb via SID except 4,000. So we're going to be at 3,000 until the crossing the SLI or the SMO vortex. Delta, thanks for the follow. And again, I apologize that I'm not very interactive with the chat. I am on a testing, so please don't take anything negative of it. I may not be paying attention to it. Gonna be flying the aircraft here. Alright, so we switched over to ground. Let's go ahead and, well, we don't know what runway yet, but let's go ahead and get tower 120.95, A tower on the standby. Los Angeles ground, November 8033 Foxtrot, South Atlantic FBO, taxi 8 Tango. Did I not dial in the right frequency? I did not. Off just a bit there. There it is, 121.75. Los Angeles ground, November 8033 Foxtrot, South Atlantic FBO, taxi 8 Tango.
Alright, 033 Foxtrot, LA ground, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
25 left, and can we make that Alpha 6 close to that November 8033 Foxtrot?
Are you asking for an intersection departure? I don't know what you're asking for. We were ready to taxi with IFR clearance. Alright, 033 Foxtrot, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
25 left via Alpha Foxtrot, November 8033 Foxtrot. The Alpha 5 confused me. I wasn't near there. I was Alpha 6 to Alpha. So I can take Alpha 6 to Alpha. But unless I don't think I would have been able to get over to Alpha 5 from here. Not without going on to Alpha. have had to go through that building there straight ahead to get to Alpha 5 from here. Alright, we're still on the ramp here. Let's go ahead and look at the departure for 25 left for Seal Beach 8. Five left, right, climb heading 251 to cross the SMO 154 at or below 3000. Then turn left to heading 201. And then once we cross the SMO vortex, it's going to be 4000. Or the SLI. Well, we haven't failed yet. So that's always a plus. Alpha Foxtrot is what he gave us. So 25 left tower, that's the one we wrote down here. It's 120.905, which we have already on standby.
We're 536 Delta Mike, Tower, my tower.
Feel like I'm a bit far away. Let's scoot up just a little bit. There we go.
November 536 Delta Mike.
Almost a Foxtrot. Heading indicator to compass. We're gonna fly a heading of 251. This is Foxtrot. Didn't look like anybody's behind us. Let's do a quick run up real quick. A little bit. Let's not quite get to that line yet. And we're just gonna do this real quick. Brakes are on. Flight controls. Oh, feels good. Nothing on the annunciator panel. Trim set for takeoff. Brakes 1800. Here we go. Left mag. There's a drop. Right mag, there's our drop. Cycle this prop real quick. 1, 2, 3. Dropping oil pressure, rising manifold pressure, governor's working.
Gunway Tower, November 614 Bravo Kilo, 5 miles south of
Alright,
Miles
let's switch
Square
over
Park,
to tower.
inbound for full spot landing.
120.905.
Bravo Kilo, Gentleman Tower, enter right downwind.
Departure 125.2.
And a right downwind for 20 right, we'll report the midfield for
Departure
Bravo
on
Kilo.
standby. And we are heading 251 to cross the radio 154. Let's get 110.8 in here. And then 154. That looks good there. Alright. I think we're ready to go. And tower, we are on tower frequency. Los Angeles Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, runway 25 left, ready IFR.
Attention all aircraft.
3232 Foxtrot Tower, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
3000.
Clear for takeoff, 25 left, November 8033 Foxtrot. For Rich.
Approaching runway
Strobes
25
on.
left. Entered runway 25 left. 11,000 feet remaining.
Full power, ease into it. It makes that rudder easier to handle. There's a lot more required in X-Plane 12. Airspeed, rotate, positive climb rate. We're heading 251. At or below 3,000.
Baron 99650, request IFR clearance to Carlsbad.
Number 996, I see your general clearance, clear to Palomar Airport, Muscle 8 departure, Oceanside transition, direct, maintain 5,000, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 1760.
Baron 99650, clear to Palomar Airport, Muscle 8 transition. The Oceanside VOR direct 5,000 feet, 128.1, 1766, 650.
Number 650, Muscle 8 departure, Oceanside transition, direct, squawk is 1760.
Muscle 8 departure, Oceanside transition, direct from there, squawk 1760, Baron 650.
Number 650, read that correct. Number 8033 Foxtrot, contact departure.
Over to departure, November 8033 Foxtrot. Los Angeles departure, November 8033 Foxtrot, climbing via SID, except 4,000.
Right, 032 Foxtrot, second departure, ready to contact. 8033 Foxtrot, unable to continue for the I-6, not flying the departure correctly. Say intentions.
We want to return back to Los Angeles, 8033 Foxtrot.
Alright, so you're going to disconnect, is that correct?
Roger, 8033 Foxtrot. Alright, so what did we do? Let's go ahead and disconnect from there. What did I do? Miss it already? Alright. Did I already pass that radio I was supposed to turn at? We got no other traffic in the air. Let's test a theory here. WestJet, hello. Welcome. Let me figure out what happened.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Well, no. I did cross it. That came up a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. There's the turn right there. Alright, well, that makes sense. I was supposed to turn to a 201 heading right there. I didn't even notice that go full deflect the other way. Alright, so we're going to try this again. Yeah, that's almost at the departure end of the runway pretty much. So, while I've looked at that plate several times, it's not drawn to scale. I can tell you that much. And you can't overlay the for-flight chart onto the IFR charts because they're not drawn to scale. So we're gonna try it again, knowing more now. Once we land back here. And remember, we are not connected to any network right now, so we can just swing right on down in here and touch down. We'll taxi off, taxi back to a GA ramp, and reconnect and try it again.
Caution, inside TFR.
We really don't need this whole big long runway. So yeah, I'm full right deflection. So yeah, just almost pretty much up the shoreline there is what it looks like. So let me just take a look at something once we land here. Let's see if that radial is depicted off of the that VOR on the IFR chart.
Short final runway 25 left. .500. Nope. Yep, that one didn't work out so well, but it was a good thing we're connected to any network right now. Alright, let's go ahead and just reset here. Alright, let's reset. Change location. Los Angeles. Alright, we failed our first attempt. Okay. Santa Monica VOR R154 radio. So there's the Santa Monica VOR. And that radio's really not depicted on there. And that's why I set it up on VOR too. But I flew right past it. I flew right past it and it just went like that. I didn't even notice. Okay. Let's reconnect and try this again.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
Wrong aircraft type.
Disconnected. Connected to Pilot Edge.
Alright, we know that route's gonna be the same. Let's refresh this. Okay. 82. Slant Gulf, airspeed, we're just going to say 110 again. Los Angeles, arrival, cruise 4,000. No alternate, and we're on the SLI 8 departure, and then SLI. It's going to be our route string again. No custom weather. Alright, we'll try this again. So I do want to thank everyone for coming in, hanging out, and learning with me, or hanging out while I learn, probably a better nomenclature. So yeah, I do appreciate having you all on board. Okay, we should be good. Fuel should be good. Weight and balance hasn't changed. Alright, let's go ahead and get things started up here. Master on, beacon on, clear prop, looks clear on the left, looks clear on the right, and max to start. Alright, engine rotation, oil temperature will come up here shortly, landing light on, avionics on, transponder on, mode Charlie. Yep, this is actually going to be a whole new deal. So we're squawk VFR again. Well, there's our pattern that we did. Alright, so let's go over this again. Santa Monica VOR on active right there. The radio is 154. We're going to look for that just before we even get to the shoreline. We're going to look for that turn to a heading of 201 from our departure heading of 251. Alright, tell you what, since we did crash technically into the pavement, I do need to go and check the process running on the other computer real quick, make sure that it's still running. So let me set the parking brake on, lean out just a little bit, and I'm going to step out and be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Looks like everything is still running as it needs to be. However, sometimes when there is a reset like that, sometimes the some of the third-party processes need a reboot. So let's get scooted back up. Get our seatbelt back on. Get ready to call for taxi. Again, is it Ada's whiskey yet? Alright. 133.8, let's make sure that hasn't changed.
Departing runway 24 left, 25 right. ILS runway 24 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress.
For my contact,
VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Uniform is now current.
Los Angeles International Airport. ATIS information uniform. 2253 Zulu. Wind 250 at 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1000. Few clouds at 10,000. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 29907. Arriving runways 24 right, 25 left. Departing runway 24 left, 25 right. ILS runway 4 right and 25 left approach in use or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight fall.
Alright, so uniform is now current. Winds haven't changed much since we had Tango. Departing runways haven't changed since we had Tango. We're probably going to get 25 left again. So let's review that departure again. So heading 251, that's what we've got our heading bug set to. Then at or below 3,000 till we cross that radial there. Then we'll get radar vectors to the SLI Vortec. Alright, let's try this again. Clearance 120.35. And then ground was 121.75. Get that on standby. Los Angeles clearance, November 8033 Foxtrot. Request the I-6 rating, IFR to John Wayne, ATIS uniform.
3233 Foxtrot, LA clearance, clear to John Wayne Airport, sealed case departure, then as filed. Climb via SID, accept maintain 4000, departure frequency 125.2, squawk 2250.
Clear to the John Wayne Airport, Seal Beach 8 departure, then as filed, climb via SID, accept 4000, departure 125.2, squawk 2250, November 8033 Foxtrot.
Southwest 104, contact departure.
Departure, we'll see you.
Yep. Number 8033 Foxtrot, read that correct.
Alright, read that correct. We got it correct the first time. Correctly. I messed up on the previous rating that I messed up on because I didn't actually say clear to John Wayne. Now we are clear to John Wayne, so we can go ahead and contact ground. I didn't like feeling rushed there at the runway threshold. I guess, see, I'm not familiar with LA enough to know if I can request a run up from ground or whether I just do that right here on the ramp. I'll just do that. Let's just make sure there's nobody near here. And we'll just do that right here on the ramp. I don't see anybody around. We'll just get this out of the way. Our oil temperature has come up. Okay. Trim. Set for takeoff. And flight controls. Down the right, up on the left, down the left, up on the right. Elevator, weather feels good. Nothing on the annunciator panel. Okay. Brakes on. And 1800. Here we go. Left mag, there's our drop. Right mag, there's our drop. Okay, we'll cycle this prop. 1, 2. Oil pressure drop, manifold pressure rise. 3. Alright. Everything looks good, idle friction feels good. Let's idle back now. Before we get back to, involved in this reading again, I do want to say thank you while I'm here on the ground, because I won't be able to chat much while we're actually flying. But thanks for coming in and hanging out. And if you are new here, this is Felicity, a flight training device that I built. So feel free to go ahead and follow. If you've come back, as always, I do appreciate it. We'll go ahead and take a look at the aircraft real quick, and then we'll call for our clearance. And here we go. Of course, the sun's coming down. It seems like lighting is going a bit off. So here's our Katmai 182. Oh. So that's what we've been flying lately. Really been enjoying it. It's got a 300 horsepower Lycoming, 29-inch Tundra tires. So that's what we've been developing here lately, working on for Explain 12. Mainly just, to see if I could do it. But it's definitely improved the takeoff and landing distance. Alright, we are free to go ahead and contact ground. And ground 121.75. Let's get switched over there. And get tower 120.905 on standby. Alright. And 121.75, is that right? 121.75. Los Angeles ground, November 8033 Foxtrot is at the south ramp, ready to taxi, ATIS uniform.
8033 Foxtrot, LA ground, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
25 left via Alpha Foxtrot, November 8033 Foxtrot. Okay. Spin around here. Brian, hello? Alright, we're Alpha down to Foxtrot. Welcome online, Brian. Thank you. I'm glad you do like that. Like I said, it's just something I've been tinkering with. It's finally able to get the dimensions of the canard itself. So that helped me with the development of that wing. But yeah, it's definitely been fun. And physically on the outside, it's still mostly the laminar 172. I've replaced a couple of the exterior objects. But the engine specs and airfoils and things of that sort been changed over to essentially a Peterson Katmai. As far as weight and balance goes, fuel capacity, engine type. So Foxtrot should be our next turn off, it looks like here. Turn off to the left. So let's not go past it. Alright. So we know this needle is going to start moving before we even get to the shoreline there. And let's review. We're 251 heading, then 201 heading. Alright, Foxtrot. Switch over to tower, which should be on standby. Let's confirm that. 120905, it is. And departure 125.2. Let's get that on standby. Should put 905 up on there. LA Tower, November 8033 Foxtrot, 25 left, ready IFR. 25 left, clear for takeoff, November 8033 Foxtrot. Pretty sure that's what he said. It's kind of low at the beginning. Okay.
Approaching runway 25 left.
So we're heading 251.
Entered runway 25 left. 11,000 feet remaining.
Looks better. Alright, full power. Ease into that. Help that rudder out. Okay. Airspeed, rotate, positive rate. Alright, remember we're below 3,000 on this departure. We're looking for our needle to start swinging, and then we're 201 degrees.
November 833 Foxtrot, contact departure.
Over to departure, November 8033 Foxtrot. LA departure, November 8033 Foxtrot, climbing via SID, except 4,000.
8033 Foxtrot, SoCal departure, radar contact. Hey, Lima contact, Vegas Fit approach.
There it is, 201.
Correction, contact Joshua approach 126.1. One, 126.1.
Approach, good evening, November 9A, Lima 12, copy.
908 Lima Cash approach, the Victorville altimeter 3006.
3006, thanks.
Southwest 104 descent via Rounders 2 arrival, runway 26 left.
Alright, 2,400, we're going up to 3,000. We're below, not to exceed. Almost 3,000. Alright, we'll level off here.
Foxtrot flight at 130.
Heading 130, 33 Foxtrot. it's a bit bumpy up here. I'm going to put the SLI vortex in here in case we get a direct SLI instruction. So we can try and stay ahead of that. Alright, we're well about 3,000 feet, heading 130. Still testing out the KAP 140 autopilot change. Haven't really messed with it much. Changed it out from the S-Tech 55. Well, I should say the S-Tech 55 is what was in the Laminar 172 aircraft, and I swapped it out for the KAP 140. Well, so far so good. That means we must have made that departure correctly. Made that turn at 251 on that correct radial. Truck fan, hello. My rear wheel training, I was just discussing this with my new, well, he's a new CFI. He's an old friend of mine, so he's going to be also my new CFI. So he's just starting to instruct. He's had his commercial for a long time. He's just starting to instruct. But to answer your question, I've got about 50 hours of training hours on my logbook. About 4 hours of hood time, a couple hours of night, and then my about 0.6 hours solo. But I haven't been PIC in a real aircraft in several years. My medical is expired, but I have an appointment at the end of the month to go get a new Class 3 medical, so I can get back into the real world training and get things finished. Am I finding the training easy? I'll be honest, flight simulation has definitely helped me out with that so much. And it's free training. Pilot Edge ratings and VATSTAR, which is around another, which is a VATSIM training organization, and there's a lot of free training out there that mimics real world training that has really helped me in my real world training. It really does. You know, I would have no idea how to even vaguely understand any sort of instrument approach plate or departure chart if it wasn't for you kind folks here on Twitch that have helped me in my learning along the way. So, and my goal is to, you know, with this knowledge that I'm gaining, is for it to, you know, help expedite me through the rest of my real world training. And I at least want to get through instrument. Due to start in November, well, Chuck Van, that's outstanding. I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor. I really do. Alright, we're still on a heading of 130. I'm assuming we're still alright. We haven't been instructed to do anything else yet. We're supposed to be heading to the SLI VOR. Let's just get that in here, 115.7.
Destination ATIS is 126.0.
Requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information, Romeo. John Wayne Airport. ATIS information, Romeo. 2353 Latitude 2018. Visibility 10. View cloud at 3000. View cloud at 17,000. Temperature 24. Dew point at 17. Altimeter 29 or 5.
32 Foxtrot, okay for the I-6, you appear to be level at 3,000. Pay attention.
We'll go ahead and disconnect from the network. November 250 Foxtrot.
74 Mike, contact SoCal approach 124.35.
124.35 for 8 Mike.
Now I don't understand where I failed there. Yes, I was level at 3,000, but I thought I was to be at 3,000 until I crossed the SOI VOR. Where are we at? Right, and that's what I got, except maintain 4,000. Maybe I should have climbed to 4,000 before I got to the SLI VOR. I thought, my understanding was, and I guess I'm wrong, was I was going to be radar vector to the SLI VOR and then it'd be up to 4,000 feet. So, let's go ahead and turn this way. Let's at least fly this approach into John Wayne off the line. So direct to the SLI VOR would be The navigator has the plane here real quick. I'm going to take a look at something. Review. Okay, I was confused. So here's what happened. Truck fan, appreciate it. Nope, not discouraged at all. You know, this is how I learn. But here's what happened. I got those radios confused. So I knew I was limited to 3,000 feet. Where I messed up was I was only limited to 3,000 feet until I crossed that first radio outbound, which was the Santa Monica. Once I crossed that SMO radio, I was able to climb to my 4,000 feet. I was thinking I was limited to 3,000 feet until I crossed the SLI radio. So that's where that mishap happened. But let's go ahead and continue this flight. We'll continue this approach. We're going to fly it off the line. And we're going to fly the approach as we would if we were to have been able to continue the rating. The only thing is I won't know if I would have passed or failed on the approach.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Yep, there's a TFR ahead. So I'm gonna try to get ahead of things here. So we're gonna request the ILS for runway 20 right, and we're going to request that full approach from Seal Beach. And then once we get to, actually, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and start my climb up to 4,000 now. So again, right now the navigator has the aircraft. I'm managing the throttle. Alright, there's our 4,000. We're now heading to Seal Beach. So as we get over Seal Beach here, I would imagine I'm going to be handed on to another approach controller, to which I'll request the full ILS approach at John Wayne. SoCal approach November 8033 Foxtrot, request ILS 20 right full approach from Seal Beach, and tell them whether I would have the ATIS or not. Pretty sure I'd say something along those lines. Then they go ahead and clear me for the approach. So from the 115s, we can grab the 049 outbound. We're a little bit past the VOR there. So for now, let's go ahead and make it like a 05, something heading to re-intercept. Looking ahead, I know that I'm going to have to fly a procedure turn. Outbound from our localizer of 111.75. Let's get that set up here. Better than active, we are on localizer mode.
Caution, TFR ahead.
So we're going to hit basically the Sager here. Still not quite there.
Caution, TFR below.
I want to be on the 049 outbound radial from Seal Beach. Now it's starting to come through. Alright, there she is. Let's head back to 049. Alright, so we're in a 1 minute holding pattern. So I'm going to track outbound from Sager for 1 minute. Alright, so we've got the localizer there. Can't descend below 3,500 until we cross Sager on the inbound. So remember, we've been cleared for the approach, and we're gonna report Sager inbound. So if we're cleared for the approach, then that means we can descend from our assigned altitude. And then outbound is gonna be 016. So once we get to Sager, we're gonna fly a heading of 016, which essentially is gonna put us outbound on our localizer. At least it should. I'd be concerned if that needle wasn't in the middle there. Slow us up just a bit. Alright, we're starting to, our needle's starting to move here. And then once that needle is at center, I'm going to grab a heading of 016. It should be right about there. And then I finally get to use my clock. Once I'm outbound, I'm going to time 1 minute. And then after my 1 minute is up, we're at 45 seconds now, I'm going to initiate a 225-degree turn to the left. And then I'll put us back inbound towards Sager. Then we'll get established on the localizer and fly the Ils Approach down. Here we go, 1 minute. Let's go 225 to the left. So we're heading about 174. Yeah, boy, QB, hello, welcome. Yeah, I wasn't able to join the event with the Virtual USA Flying Club earlier. I was at a fly-in, a local fly-in. Attempted the I-6 rating on Pilot Edge this evening. Failed both attempts. I learned a lot in the process. Alright, so we just made our turn back inbound. And then they would probably tell us to go ahead and report Sager inbound after the procedure turn or something like that. I'm not sure. But we're getting ready to grab our localizer again inbound. And we're going to want a heading of about, what is that, 200. Alright, so we're a little bit right, but we are a bit low. So we're going to hang out here at this altitude. Until our needle starts to come down. So we're at below 3,500 Sager, so we can clear. We can go ahead and descend if we want.
Caution,
we're past Sager.
TFR ahead.
$3,400 at Snake. Alright, let's hang out here for a bit. We're starting to be on the actual localizer itself, be fully established, horizontal and vertical. Our vertical is coming down. Alright, I'm going to hand fly this the rest of the way in, getting back my plane. Alright, positive control, yes, positive control. So even though we failed both attempts this evening, we're going to try it again tomorrow. I think we did the approach so far decently. And now now I know that I can climb up to 4,000 after I cross the radio from SMO instead of needing to cross SOI. Alright, we are way right. About 4 degrees to the right. Let's get that corrected. There it is. We're a bit high, a bit left now.
Mile final runway 20 right.
Alright, we're on a final for 20 right. Our needles are looking okay, a little bit high. What's our airspeed look like? 90. Alright, I'm going to put in 10 flaps. Don't bubble up.
500.
Slow up just a bit, add power if need be. Alright, so we're 2 red, 2 white. And we've already talked to Tower, they've already cleared us to land 20 right. A bit high. Alright, runway environment's made. I know I got a runway off to my left, so we're gonna exit off to the right. Alright, let's head over to this. Head over here towards the tower. Go park over that way. Actually, let's just park right here. This helipad looking thing. Flaps up. Lights off. It's gonna be all the time that we have this evening, unfortunately. Gonna be on a call. Make sure to lean. G5 off. Maxed off. Mastered off. Parking brake on. Okay. Gonna hold on to those frequencies. I know I'm gonna need them again tomorrow. So let's head back to the FPO and debrief this for a bit. And I'll see you there.
Alright, well, failed both attempts at the I-6 today. I learned a lot in the process of failing both attempts. So I do want to thank everyone for hanging out with me and flying with me while I learned a bunch of new things. First failure, I was way past my turn off of the departure. I was expecting to grab this R154 radio off of the Santa Monica VOR way past the shoreline, and it was just pretty much right at the shoreline. So I didn't make my turn from 251 degrees to 201 in time. So that was our first fail. And our second fail was, we were given that, accept 4,000 clearance, and I knew that, I would be able to go 4,000 after I crossed the VOR. In my mind, I was thinking I needed to cross the SLI VOR before I could climb 4,000. I thought I was getting radar vectors at 3,000 until Seal Beach. But in fact, once I crossed the radial from the SMO VOR is when we would have been able to climb 4,000. So we probably could have made a climbing turn to 201 degrees. So that's what I took away from both of those ratings. I think that we did our approach to John Wayne pretty decently. Let's pull up this approach plate again. Procedure approach. So if I go back here, I think I did the procedure turn back onto the ILS correctly. It's about a 225 degree left turn, and we don't have to do, you know, for purposes of this rating, I didn't have to do that full hold. So yeah, I think we'll be all right. Now that we know what we know about the departure, I think the rest will come relatively easily. Alright, so I think that's it. Again, I do want to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out. It's always a pleasure having you on board. It is fun for me, but it's always more fun when it's more than one, and you all make that happen. So I can't thank you all enough for coming in. New follow from Delta 22 this evening, so thank you for that. N824M pilot, thank you. Glad you enjoyed as well. And always, I'm always taking something away. I'm always learning something, and that's what I enjoy about it. Is that I'm always learning something. May not even be along the same lines of what we set out to do that evening, but you know, along the ways, we always learn something. Dreamnid, welcome. No worries. We know what we did wrong. We understand our errors. So we understand what we did wrong, and so yeah, it probably wouldn't have been so bad if I would have been able to just overlay this departure plate right onto, you know, the moving map. But without Jeppesen, yeah, can't really do that. But that's fine. It's part of the learning. So tomorrow evening we're going to attempt the I-6 again, and hopefully grab it on our first try. With our newfound understanding of the Seal Beach departure and when we're approved to make that climb, and the proximity of the SMO VOR to LAX. It's a lot closer than I thought. So yeah, so that's that. Again, I do want to thank you all for coming in. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Let's see who we can go and say hi to. Tell you what, Scruffy Tam is flying around down in Australia. Let's go check out the land down under and tell him I said hello. Until tomorrow or the next time, you all take care and stay safe and have a great evening, and we will see you later.